I was born in Brisbane, grew up in Brisbane, very close to Ipswich though, so the two cities have more or less become one now. The business now is based in Ipswich, which is nice to be part of more of a regional town, although it is pretty much part of Brisbane now. What gets me out of bed in the morning is I'm obsessed with not only looking after the customer and delivering absolutely awesome customer service, but also just building the best possible business I can build. I want to be perfect in every facet, and obviously in business, perfection is impossible to attain, so that keeps you going each and every day. We're a specialist testing, calibration and inspection business. We're experts in delivering compliance for all sorts of businesses around Australia. And my day is made up of essentially running a team of 55 across Australia and New Zealand, providing strategy, direction, working with my managers to make sure we deliver service excellence for our customers. In a previous life, I was selling the equipment that we now test. So supplier to the industry, largely wholesale channels, some direct to consumer. I originally came up with the idea for the business in around 2009, mid-2010 was when I was really assessing the idea for it. And it came through sheer frustration of not having a good option in the market whatsoever. So it was either wildly inconvenient sending equipment away or dropping equipment off to a laboratory or a workshop for testing, or there was one mobile provider who didn't put their customers first. So I was pretty much sick of having to deal with that, and eventually I decided that I think I can do this far, far better than the way it's being done in the market by anyone else. In late 2010, we lodged the paperwork, did it all with the accountant, and Mobile Testing Cal was born and started trading early 2011. Mobile Testing Cal provide a variety of services. We do testing of electrical safety equipment. So we don't test and tag an appliance, for example. Instead, we test an electrician's gloves, anywhere from 2,500 volts to 40,000 volts, to make sure that those gloves are safe. There's obviously a whole heap of other items that electrical workers use to keep them safe, not just gloves, but that's one example. The next one is calibration. We originally started doing just electrical calibration services. So multimeters, clamp meters, data loggers, those sorts of things that electrical workers would be familiar with. However, over the last few years, especially the last sort of 3 years since 2015, 2016, we've really expanded on the calibration section of the business, and we now offer a much wider variety of calibration services.
I've been with Mobile Testing Cal now for just over 8 years. I've been here from the start. From the start, we were quite small and we're growing all the time. We've grown recently massively.
Second year of business, 2012, we were in the Fast Starters, which is essentially the fastest 100 startups in Australia. And then more recently, so 2017 and 2018, we were back-to-back on the Fast 100 list. So that's not about startups anymore, that's just fastest 100 growing companies in Australia, full stop.
I started working full-time at Mobile Testing Cal in September last year as the Chief Sales Officer, but I've been with Andre since he started the business, so I've been involved since the very beginning. It's still early days juggling the business and personal, but I actually feel like it's better for our relationship. Andre is constantly switched on to the business, so in the past where we would have gone home and watched TV or had dinner and he would have been doing work that felt like it excluded me, now I can be involved in helping him make those tough decisions and coming up with solutions to problems that we're facing. So it's actually more collaborative, which is fantastic.
It's Switching off's a difficult one for me. My best attempt to switch off is trying to be as isolated as possible. So I like to go climb mountains, hiking, lots of silly stuff like that. That's very dangerous, and I get eye rolls from my dad who wishes I wouldn't do it, and the wife sometimes as well. Mobile Testing Cal's plans for the future is essentially continue what we're doing in Australia and New Zealand, but deliver it to even more industries. I think over time, electrical is going to become a smaller part of our business, not because it's shrinking, but because we go and deliver the excellence we do to the electrical industry to a whole host of other industries. After that, we plan to deliver the excellence and the effortless compliance that we do here in Australia and New Zealand to the world.